Nvidia designs and distributes computer hardware and software for a variety of uses, including gaming, graphics processing, cloud computing, and AI. Referenced in Module 2, Nvidia has created a massive wedge between cost and customers' willingness to pay in a highly competitive market to become the world's leader in AI and one of the top 10 most valuable companies in the world. The quote, business comes and goes. We make a strategic decision that could lead you to new places by CEO and founder of Nvidia, Jensen Huang, has undertones of a blue ocean strategy created by W. Chan Kim and Rene Morbon. 6 years after being founded, Nvidia invents the first graphics processing unit, GPU, setting the stage to reshape computing. 80% of Nvidia's $27 billion revenue comes from the sale of GPU chips. Nvidia's customers are individuals, such as the hundreds of millions of gamers that use their products, and businesses such as Mercedes-Benz, Sony, and every single cloud compute provider. Biden's Chips for America Act was designed to lure semiconductor manufacturers to produce components domestically as a response to pandemic-related supply chain issues. Nvidia's largest supplier, TSMC, announced plans to build mega factories within Arizona utilizing this stimulus package. This also spurred R&D from companies like Meta, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, and Tesla. Porter's 5 forces for the semiconductor industry yield high and increasing competition, high and increasing barriers to entry, low substitutes, low buying power, and moderate supplier power. Major players include Samsung, Intel, TSMC, AMD, and more. A strategic group map described in Module 4 show AMD as the most similar company. A large threat is strong supplier bargaining power. As elaborated in Module 3, supplier bargaining power is the ability to increase costs, reduce quality, or restrict availability to customers. Opportunities look like focusing on artificial intelligence, ingraining themselves within the cloud computing market, and continuing acquisitions such as Molyneux. CEO Huang's commitment to being fabricationless eventually led to a dual competitive advantage. Reducing the largest barrier to entry and operational cost, Nvidia has also inspired a high willingness to pay because of performance and reliability of state-of-the-art components due to heavy R&D investing and exceptional compatibility within the software community. Huge debt remains the largest ongoing concern for Nvidia. At the end of fiscal year 22, total long-term debt was nearly $11 billion. Such great debt indicates Nvidia will have to pay higher interest rates in the future, affecting profitability trajectory. Debt financing could have been necessary in the early stages of Nvidia and can be a symptom of leading-edge R&D. AMD is making a compelling case to supply demand where Nvidia cannot, such as during the pandemic when Nvidia chips were being used by usual consumers as well as crypto mining companies for mining, exacerbating the shortage. Extensive market research and engineering development led AMD to synthesizing a combined CPU GPU and putting it on the market. But Nvidia are not going to get caught on their laurels. In 2012, Nvidia sparked the modern era of AI by powering a breakthrough neural network. 6 years later, they reinvented the computer graphics with the first GPU capable of real-time ray tracing, and just last year, they played a foundational role in building the metaverse using their Omniverse platform. Lisa Su is banking on a term from Module 5a, horizontal differentiation, where different consumers prefer different goods. The combined CPU-GPU is a great substitute that satisfies primary and secondary demands. AMD, a second mover, are fabricationless and can throw around financial resources readily. Here, Koi Reader Technologies, powered by Nvidia, helped Dallas-Fort Worth's very own PepsiCo achieve precision and efficiency in dynamic distribution environments. PepsiCo exhibited great technology strategy here. Defined in Module 5b, technology strategy is an integrated set of choices about how to use new technology to produce superior financial returns in the long run. This is another example of an Nvidia attempting to become ingrained in the fabric of future technologies. Being the gold standard in compute, Nvidia products were the go-to for Koi Vision. This was an advantage for Nvidia because they collected learning data on warehousing operations from a global leader in convenience food and beverage. Nvidia found an early adopter in PepsiCo. An early adopter, as defined in Module 5b, are the first users to see the benefits of a new technology and who adopt it. Finding globally recognized early adopters like Mercedes-Benz and PepsiCo can be a compelling opportunity for Nvidia in the future. Shower thoughts, right? Let's look back and ruminate on Nvidia's previous 2 decisions to the last events. AMD's strengths in chip synthesis and less debt should be taken extremely seriously as they could fulfill some demand that Nvidia cannot. PepsiCo's introduction of an Nvidia powered warehouse service platform displays the power of globally powered competition. Dynamics between players show Nvidia has weak buying power, whereas their supplier, TSMC, has very strong bargaining power. AMD is their direct rival on a strategic group map and have created a market with their combined GPU CPU. Microsoft and Google use Nvidia to power ChatGPT and Bard, respectively. Described in Module 4, Nvidia will have to create an asymmetry for these three specific threats. For other fabricationless chip companies, they need to continue to widen the gap between willingness to pay and cost. For suppliers in new competition, they need to make market entry difficult with extensive intellectual property. And for their own future profitability, they need to reduce high interest rate borrowing. Nvidia has largely led exploration in the industry for GPU compute and compute in general. Debatably, Nvidia are currently in a blue ocean, defined in Module 1 as a strategy that creates a new uncontested market space that marginalizes competitors and creates new consumer value while decreasing costs. With the increase in smart products, hubs such as stadiums, venues, small, medium businesses will require a considerable amount of compute power. Smart cities, airports, and manufacturers will also drive expansion, diversification, and globalization. Other opportunities include Nvidia's original purpose, gaming, as well as autonomous driving, and their new biggest bet, the Omniverse. There is a gold rush, and Nvidia is positioning themselves at the entrance of the gold mine with shovels, pickaxes, jeans, and boots. What seems like being at the right time, at the right place for AI is really Nvidia taking a calculated risk on a forecasted shift in compute a decade ago. Nvidia is not a chips business. They are a business in figuring out things end to end.